Hello, I'm Game Manum. Long time no see. I'm really late, aren't I? Why do you think I took so long? I plan to upload once a week, or at least every 2 weeks. But things never go as planned. Though, I had a good reason. Honestly, a really good reason. What's the reason for that? Game Manum Jr. is her EE.
I'm your father.
You father?
Since I became a dad, I've been delaying each video by about a week lately, compared to what I promised. Starting parenthood delayed my return by another month. I'll train this little one to talk, walk, make formula, and fall asleep on their own all within 6 months. Then I'll be back in full work mode. Today, I was going to continue our talk about NPCs. But then, the video kept getting delayed, and before we knew it, the important combat update went live without us even getting a chance to talk about it. So today, let's check out what's changed in the combat overhaul and what's coming next. Let's save the core combat part for later, and first look at the new and improved systems built for the combat overhaul. There are lots of changes, but 2 big ones stand out: Fairy and Phantom Limb. What's Phantom Limb? Simply put, it's the feeling that a missing body part is still there. You've probably seen pirates in media with missing teeth, dirty skin, and wooden limbs. That's because real pirates often suffered from scurvy and tetanus. That's where the idea for our Phantom Limb system came from. Today let's talk about If Sunset's fairies, not moths. No, fairy. In If Sunsets, fairies are beings who nurture their land. They draw energy from it, and in return, bring life and vitality back to their home. Sometimes, a few fairies are born with restless souls, wanderers, outcasts, misfits. They face all kinds of dangers out there, and many of them don't live long, so these wandering fairies often make a contract with other beings. They form a symbiotic bond with each other. Beings who form a contract with a fairy become a living, walking home for that fairy. These contractors can use the fairy's power. The protagonist uses it to transform their arm. And that's what we call Phantom Limb. You can freely switch between Fairy mode and Phantom Limb mode using the T key. Phantom Limb has only 2 types for now, but more will be added as development progresses. Right now, there are 2 Phantom Limbs, Shield and Wire. The Shield is perfect for players who prefer defensive combat. It's also great for players who like parrying. Parry activates when you block at the exact moment an enemy strikes. It instantly stuns them and puts them into a groggy state. The Wire suits players who prefer fast, aggressive combat. Hold control to fire the wire. If it hits a monster, you can pull it toward you, or pull yourself to where the wire landed. When you're outnumbered, you can use it to isolate and drag in a single enemy. Phantom Limbs aren't just tools, they also come with powerful skills you can use. You'll be able to build your skills based on the Phantom Limb you prefer and the abilities you want to focus on. Fairy skills have been reworked. Many players used them before, but there were some inconvenient parts. We've fixed all of that now. In the Fairy tab, you'll now see 3 skill categories: Common, Fairy, and Phantom Limb. The Common category is for skills that boost your Fairy stats. You can increase the recovery speed of Limb, the Fairy's magic power, or boost your skill damage. The Fairy tab shows the familiar Fairy skills. Before, you could only level them up to increase damage or reduce limb cost. Now, you can build functional skill trees, like turning projectiles into homing shots, or increasing the number of projectiles. The Phantom Limb tab, as mentioned earlier, controls all the skills related to your Phantom Limb. What do you think? Doesn't the once simple Fairy system feel a lot more advanced now? It'll be fun to build your setup based on your own combat style. Alright. Now let's take a look at the direct changes to combat. First up, the stability system. What is stability? Stability is the stat that shows how well a monster can keep its stance. It's displayed in white bar under the HP bar. When it hits 0, the enemy becomes groggy stat. You'll see a burst effect POW as they fall into groggy state. If you have a melee weapon and get close, you'll see this icon pop up. Press the attack button, and you'll trigger an execution move dealing massive damage to the enemy. Stability adds another layer of strategy to combat. Before, if your HP was low and the enemy still had decent health, you were usually forced to dodge or block and run away. But if the enemy's stability is low in that moment, you might choose to strike instead of running, because just one more hit could knock them into groggy state. Stability damage comes from the weapon, not the character. Each weapon deals a different amount. It varies, but in general, one-hand swords and spears, greatswords, polearms, a slow but high stability breaking polearm, or a fast one-hand sword with lower stability damage. It all depends on your combat style. If enemy states have changed, then player attacks should too. We've added new types of attacks for the player. First, there's the regular attack, just a simple click. That part hasn't changed. Press Shift plus click, and you'll do a heavy attack. It takes longer to swing, but deals much higher damage and stability damage. You can now also do a jump attack by pressing Shift plus click while in the air. With these 3 attack types, get ready for combat that makes you think. And that's not all. We've added a new system called Detection Angle. If a patrolling monster spots the player, the eye slowly opens, and when it's fully open, the monster has spotted you. This makes stealth play possible, sneaking up and striking from behind. With the monster overhaul, some now patrol or rest. Become a legendary assassin of Luminora, striking from the SH. There are also updates that aren't related to combat. New furniture, display stand, showcase gear, and swap at any time. You can preview the stats of displayed gear and swap it with your current loadout in one click. We've added notes to the collection, just as many asked. Once read, they're auto-registered. Other updates include fuel on/off toggle, appearance gear slots, new NPC dialogue, story additions, monster head decor, furniture, and more. So, with this new combat update, we hope you'll give it a try and enjoy it. So, what did you think? A lot has changed, right? There's still work to do to match these changes, and more updates are coming as combat evolves. Some of you might welcome these changes, while others may feel unsure or even resistant. That's why there's only one thing we must do: listen to all of you. Tell us what you liked, what let you down, and anything else you want to share. We're always open to your feedback and advice. Don't forget to subscribe and like. This has been Game Manum. Then everyone, good game. Next time, I'll make and upload the video earlier.
게임 만남 게임으로 만나는 게임 만남 구독과 좋아요를 눌러주세요. 눌러주세요. 좋아요 구독 눌러주세요. 알림 설정은 서비스.